Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in and take a look at Polygon's MATIC weekly analysis, remember this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. Additionally, I would love your help to help spread my simple, easy to understand analysis to others to help them, one, not FOMO in at the wrong time, and also have a stable understanding, if you will, or not get panicky, and so they kind of have some kind of direction and have an idea where things are going, so that they don't panic and have anxiety and things like that, especially during this market correction. And additionally, if you find value, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe if you haven't, and share your thoughts in the comments or on Twitter. Let's dig in and take a look at the news, and then we'll dive in to take a look at the analysis and the charts. We have a couple news items this week, and I need my mouse highlighter on so you can see where I'm pointing. Polygon price prediction. So this article is from Investor Place, and they're talking about the partnership between Stripe and Polygon MATIC. Basically, Stripe has decided to use MATIC to help pay to help with. Well, first of all, Stripe is one of the largest online merchant processor in the world, and I personally use them. Fantastic company, and so they're using Polygon to help with allowing payouts in USDC, and this started with the with Twitter. So this will be very interesting as Elon Musk is gonna take Twitter private, and he basically has Twitter and Elon have agreed on to go forward with the sale at what $40-something billion. So pretty good partnership here. It's a very strong partnership. I'm surprised that MATIC didn't pump on this. So very surprised. So with that, keep an eye on this though. Oh no, what happened here? This article here is from where is this one from? VentureBeat.com. And Polygon, I hate some of these websites. I don't. It's so ridiculous. Look how cluttered this is. Okay, so this article is about Polygon is investing $100 million in projects that use its SuperNet blockchain. So what is SuperNet? If I this site is so ridiculous. SuperNet is this paragraph here does a pretty good job of explaining it. SuperNet is an internet network that is formed by combining multiple networks or subnets into a larger network, and the benefits include conservation of address space and efficiencies in routers in terms of memory storage and associated processing overhead. So basically, they're just going to create a faster SuperNet, if you will. It'll still be part of the internet. It'll just be faster. And they contribute $100 million to it. So we'll see how this turns out. In the past, there's been a lot of talks about creating a super internet. And there's been tests that they're very fast, but it's not in currently being deployed in the retail environment right now. It's a lot of it is in research and also in like backbone infrastructures. But this is more leaning towards blockchain. So it's an interesting one. With that, let's dive into the, you know what? Let's take a look at how the heat map for cryptocurrency is doing first. Because I've only looked at it twice today. Just twice. Oh, it's a lot better. It's much better, in fact. It's predominantly green. And Luna, I think, put in like 8% on the day. Bitcoin just over 4%, almost 4.25. Ethereum 5.49. So yeah, looking pretty good. So that's cool. Let's get rid of that. Move this out of the way. And MATIC's market cap, it's currently at is ranked number 17, and it's currently at $10.57 billion. And if you notice the 24-day, it's green. However, the 7-day, the 30-day, and the 60-day, and the 90-day, all red. Let's go to the weekly chart on TradingView here and take a look. In my last week's analysis, I predicted MATIC would range just above the $1.30 support right here, this yellow line, which is also the channel support. And it would range between that and the $1.47 resistance. Let me make that bolder so you can see it. There we go. I predicted it would range between there, and the candle was actually right here, this guy right here. It was starting to print this guy. And guess what it did? It did just that. In fact, it went slightly above and it went slightly below, but pretty much the range covered in that section. So yay. The low was roughly, what was that? 126, which became the monthly low. It has, so you got one, 2, 3, 4 weeks there, and this candle right here printed the lowest wick there, 126. So if you entered the FOMO level at 130, you would have gotten that order filled. Again, not financial advice. And it wicked as high as, I believe, 150. Make it 151 up here. So yeah, pretty good prediction there. So pretty proud of that. It's range. So this horizontal channel, just rewind a little bit. This yellow dash line up here, the channel resistance and the channel support down here. MATIC has been ranging in that range for a while. Let's see how long has it been ranging in that. 15 weeks. So we're looking at almost 4 months. But it's hanging right now. It's hanging towards the lower level of that channel. You can see here, just pretty much right above the channel support. And as far as the Bollinger is concerned, we have the middle basis Bollinger Band here that's descending, and it's in between that and the bottom of the Bollinger Band that's also descending. The Bollinger basis is at 173, which is right 173, which is right there. Yeah, right there. And then the bottom of the Bollinger Band is at 87 cents roughly. So it's pretty much in between. What else? The bull market support band, this grayish ribbon here, which also shares the Bollinger basis line, is still above where MATIC is. So it makes MATIC still in the bearish territory. Again, the nearest support would be $1.30, this yellow line here, and the nearest resistance would be this reddish line here. I was thinking for a moment, where's my 50-day moving average? And I guess 50-week moving average, and it's not on here because I don't think it has enough candles to count it. But there's something showing up here, so we'll see what happens. All right, traded volume at this price level, it's kind of like in the upper part, more than average, but about 75% on the upper range of the previous trading volume as far as price level is concerned. So on the daily volume, however, it's still diminishing, and it's been diminishing since December 2021. and it's been below the moving average for 12 of the last 13 weeks. So if you start here back in January 31st, that week of 2022, and the week after that, this is the only week that it was above the moving average, and then it just diminished down. So that's not a lot of trading volume for MATIC. Let's see. Yeah, lastly, as you can see here, this horizontal channel support is a major support. It's wicked down a couple times since, so let's say since this one, October 11th, the week of October 11th was the last time that a full body candle was below this line. So it wicked down here, but couldn't sustain it. Wicked down right around here, didn't bounce back up. Wicked down here, bounce back up. Almost came down to it. Here, came back up. Here, came back up. Here, went down, went back up. So extremely strong support at $1.30. If it breaks below this, it's heading towards the this level down here. So more than likely, not right away, but probably eventually. Let's go down to the indicators. We have the KDJ here, the white. Whoa, that's not MACD. That's probably the bug again. There's this bug in TradingView where if you click on, I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm editing this one, right? And I click on here, and I think I'm editing this box, but guess what? It's still highlighting this box. It's a huge bug that bugs the heck out of me. So let's go. Luckily, I have copies. I type out everything. So luckily, I still have copies. Okay. So the white J line of the KDJ returned back to a slight downward trend here below the blue K and the red D lines, and it's printing at 17. It was 17. Yeah, it's now 16. And so I give that a bear because it's trending down. This is interesting, and I'll tell you. I'll go back to this in a second, and I'll tell you why it's interesting. But let's go down to the MACD first. MACD, the white MACD line, continues to trend below the red signal line, and it's printing at negative 0.077, printing the 14th bearish histogram bar. That's 2 weeks on the MACD. Crazy. So that's a bear. I gave that a bear. So keep that in mind. We got a bear here. We got a bear here. But yet price is bullish. Look at that. Okay. I'll tell you why though. Let's go down to RSI, CVD, and momentum. They continue to trend up slightly, all three here. Momentum's trending up a little bit with a higher slope. The red RSI here is trending up, but more horizontal. See that? It's slight uptrend, it was, and then it's more horizontal. So I gave that, and it's at 43, which is just below the middle 50 mark for RSI. So it's got ways to go up and down. I gave that a bull and a crab. It's more like a crab, really, but it's a slight incline. Let's, I'll just leave it. I don't want to waste more time. The aqua CVD line is at 117. This was actually blue, 117, and slight trend up there. I gave that a bull and a crab too. It should technically be a crab and a bull, but whatever. The white momentum indicator, as you can see here, is trending up a little bit sharper at negative 0.156. And I gave this one is really a bull, not a crab and a bull. Oops, you see that? It's clicking this box instead, even though I click on this box. Since I'm here, I'm just going to fix the rest. There you go. I feel better now. Okay, so that's what we have for this chart here. Now, these indicators are showing mixed things. These 2 weeks are really thin body candles, and they're bullish, but yet the indicators are showing mixed things. And that's exactly why. We got bearish here on the KDJ, bearish on the MACD. RSI is somewhat mostly horizontal. CVD is mostly horizontal, right? So that's why when you have mixed things like that, you end up with candles that are really thin body, and it could go either way. Like within like 5 hours, this candle could drop down and it'll turn red. That's what happens when you have things that are more horizontal instead of more aggressive up or aggressive downward slopes. That's why. Click that like if you haven't, please. Come on. Why is this thing not disappearing? Okay, anyways, I'm going to go to the next one. Let's look at the total value lock. MATIC is now number 8, and I believe it lost a spot. It was number 7, and it lost a spot. So it fell down. And you can see 7-day here is down 1.53%. 1 month is down almost 10%. TVL 4.01 billion market cap to TVL ratio. The smaller, the better. 2.33 roughly. So yeah, it's too bad that it fell. It was. Let's take a look at the graph. This bluish line here is very faint. You can see horizontal here. It's mostly, so if you look, it's like it's been trending down. Let's just be upfront about it. It's been trending down, and hopefully it'll hold position and continue to trend down and revert back up. But if it continues to drop down into like the 3 billion, 2 billion, that's not good. That's not good. And if you don't know what total value locked is the total amount of money that's locked up in DeFi or like staking. So that the more money that's locked up, the healthier the, if you want to put that in quote, the healthier the ecosystem is. Here's a close up of the heat map so you can see what's going on. There's a pretty big buy wall here, just keeping it from falling. This red buy wall here, and it came in recently. It could be a spoof wall. Let's go to a zoomed out view so you can see sell walls on top, buy walls on the bottom. I won't go through all of them. I'll go through the major ones, but you can look at the lighter ones on your own. We got a major sell wall at $3, another one at $2.50, a pretty thick one here, roughly around $1.50 to $1.60. And then right just below that, we got a faint yellow one here, just right below, at around probably at $1.30. That's why price is having a hard time crushing through that because of this wall. And then down below at 40 cents is a giant red wall at 40 cents. So that's look at see this graph right here. See how it moves all the way to the far right. There's nothing like it on this whole column. That's a pretty big wall. And during in this range right here, going back to around 542, it's the red lines here. This is cumulative volume delta, CVD, and it's just pretty much is what it's saying is that there are more aggressive sells at market price, not limit sells, which are setting a price and waiting for it to sell or buy or get bought. So more aggressive market sells right now, and you can see the meter here almost maxed out. Let's look at the cumulative liquidation levels delta. And again, in case you're new, this is where we are right now. We have more greens here. What that means is, and this is roughly about $28-30 million. This is the amount of money that's in the high. This is only for 25 to 100x high leverage. Don't ever do kind of high leverage, crazy leverage. The amount of money that's in these high leverage levels positions, you take those and you minus the short levels of high leverage short levels here. If they were there, they are not. So you take that, you subtract this, and you get this. So there's an overage of high leverage money in long positions. And sometimes this can have an impact on how the price of a coin moves. I mean, if there's extreme high leverage, someone could take an opposing position and liquidate them by influencing the spot market, and so they can win on the perpetual futures side. This is what perpetual future is. So with that, I'm back to the beginning. So if you haven't clicked the like, subscribe, or ring my bell to get notifications, please do. And please share my content with others. And by doing those actions, it helps promote the videos so that more people can make informed decisions instead of panicky decisions or FOMO decisions. We don't want that. We don't want that for newbies, and we don't want that for anyone. So we want to create a healthy community. So please do that. And I'll see you tomorrow. My last video for the day, 3 for 3. Peace.